Welcome back, Soul. Have you brought the Whisper Roots? Blessed is he who showed kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice? It shall. The Kensai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. You'd rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Have you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here, as they guided grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west.
Hey! How goes the search? Any luck?
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second! Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should! Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law, for now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castia. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castia. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
Huh! I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words! How shall I? Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day!
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan-San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan-San. Which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Kestir, have reason to remain neutral. The more are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You seek Hien, yes? I know where he may be.
Alright. Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain that he might repay us for our kindness. Domin set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment. Here, he has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends. Let us go and greet our Lord and Master. Nope, obviously not here. ladder, I'm guessing. What? Okay, that's not it. Cannot be selected. So, what are we gonna do here? This has to be the one. Okay, it's not up here. One of these huts? What do you think, chat? Where is Lord Hines? Nope, I've traveled far. Okay, you are search. Oh, where are you? Where are you? Nope, nuts. Nope. All right. Let's see. Oh, where are you, Lord Hyan? Should be up there? There you are.
The Kami are merciful! My Lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
You are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head? Which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You giddy! Go Asetsu! And...
The scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Serena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home. I have made my decision. You, Giddy, I bid you return to Yanxia and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of a Zayla army.
You mean to participate in the Nardom?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. It would be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Nardom and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing them all in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, you Giddy. But take heart, I shall keep him safe, and should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
That's a brave one. So, Han, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds and service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan. And after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell. Disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. You two have heard of the Nadam? The great battle for supremacy of the steppe? I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumph in a Nadam. But lack of presidents notwithstanding, I should think we would have a good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win? Will they even permit us to stay? Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what Sir Karina has told me. You see, in accordance with the gods' wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Nadam. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come. Let us head north to Loa, where Karina and her people have made camp for this season. Oh, I can't speak today. Alright. Nope. This one, nope. in here. So, where in the heck? My friends, I give you more Leon. The Katon of the tribe. Camillon resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions. What are we gonna do with inventory? Good evening to you, madame. Do you wish to hire a falcon porter? I say, is this not your first visit to this stop? In that case, I shall add your name to our register for your future ease of travel. At last, the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Sirina, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Ian. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us?
The gods know you, child, as do the stars in the heavens which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardam, as a warrior of the Maul. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the mole is fruitless. Hian, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardam, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Sirina. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
"'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hatun of the Mole, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardam. Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words. A singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory, others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
What a break. Thank you all for coming and for offering to fight with us in the Nadam, though I still fear our chances grim. I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the Mall, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there is another, more pressing matter. Okay. Nope. 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 Okay. My friends, I must warn you. The path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey onto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as had the warrior Bardam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so must it be. Many who followed in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles. Therefore, warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. She does have a point. We have been keeping busy You have been keeping busy in my absence. brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of the fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I am sure that the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak with Doorbell, least? As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure Guglo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this? That your people look to the gods for guidance? I understand, but in your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must earn their keeps on the step. Give other the entrails, Karina. We will bring you a bounty of meat. Okay. A word of advice. Our quarry is wont to afford the Celia and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Soul? I have 6 bags of entrails with which we must lure our Grulo, 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns with the greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Then it is settled. Gogetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. The watchtowers of Mall Laura are still visible in the distance. It seems unlikely that Glow would venture this close. Alright. Hoofprints and wagon's tracks are unmistakably in the earth. Perhaps there are Grullo lurking nearby. Alright. This area appears to be isolated and far from any settlements. There may be many Grullo lurking nearby. There's an Aether. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor. Oh, it would seem that at the very least you are the faster hunter. But speed is not always everything. For my part, I slew 6 glulo. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for soul, this day you are twice the hunter as she. For our friend delivered unto me but 3 portions. Half your sum, my lord. Ho ho! And there you have it. I shall try not to let it go to my head. I know better than to expect the Hulk to show her talents on a whim. Nay, when the time comes, I expect you will prove yourself more than my match. With that, our game is concluded. Let us return to more alloy forthwith, and let us have Soul present our meats to Karina. Hey, we finally have a meal. And I shall have mine. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Senlia cuisine? Let not its appearance deceive you. It is quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. Hehe, you should have seen the states I was in. You are returned, Soul. How was your hunt? My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. Okay, and oh, I see. I'll be right back. And let us continue. Okay. It'll be a little while before the meal is ready. If you at least wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbai? He has many responsibilities and would welcome your help, nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other York, taking stock of our supplies. One of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trusted it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south, across the bridge. Oh, so, are you here to help too? Great. So, I suppose Dorval told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires? Did he? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, we've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyways, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck. And keep an eye on the children while you're at it, eh? Have you found your share yet? Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it. Lise! Look how much Doug we have! Well, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbai will be happy we found enough. Not just doorbell, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near that forest, but Doug works just as well as wood. I heard the mall move from place to place. That the gods tell you where to go? That must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh which nourishes the zelia. Ours is the soil of one and all. And we Westerners are like the Domans. We live in the same place in villages, and all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Ian talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I asked him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when he waits for my father to return from a long journey. But Hien will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him. To take him back, because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it, and maybe the things too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words, the story we tell ourselves and our children, everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born in, part of who we are. We carry it with us, no matter where we go, whoever, whatever we become. That part remains. That link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, but that's fine. But it's important to Hyan and to me. Some call more fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way, our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Doorbell is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Karina know how we got on? Okay, and for that we are gonna end the video here. So on my next stream we will do something really special. We will look into a new class and perhaps try it out for a session. So yeah, if that goes well, we might stay with that new class as our main and potentially continue with this story with a new class. So stay tuned. We will also be doing some crafting works to level up. As you can see, our crafting is not at a very great point. As you can see, it's very low. Cooking is not very great, although I should be leveling up cooking. But yes, I should be leveling some of these crafting recipes. But yes, that's something we will be looking on for the next stream. And once again, thank you for tuning in, and until next time, have a good night.